Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Murray, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of where my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Throwing now is Murray. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. Fielded at the 20. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, Winston finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
1st down, Murray. They'll set up the screen for Eno Benjamin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Murray off play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And that's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The first down throw for Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll run again with Benjamin. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jameis now on first down. Back to Kamara for another catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 27 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Cards are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point good by Prater, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Winston. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston now. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He is going to find Hill here. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
Now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Murray. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Again, it's Kamara. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. CD for the losing side. They had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up the scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm telling my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the Ram. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right down. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope made better get around right now. Hey, two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope made better get around right now.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost TK to let it come see it. Me and them, yeah, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the Louis in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Winston's looking for Olave, and he's got him. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
First carry for James Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, Benjamin. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They run it with Benjamin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hold, absolutely perfect.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Williams again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is Benjamin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. On the counter, it's Connor. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. On the return, Hardy. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
On the run is Benjamin. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. Benjamin's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darrell Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. From the 36, Winston. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Winston. Dancing to his left. And Winston lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They begin the drive with Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Murray. Screen play set up for Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hardy set to return. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Benjamin. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
3rd and goal. Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The kick by Lutz is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Ready ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw it. Murray. They'll set up the screen for Eno Benjamin. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Murray. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Winston to throw. This to possibly force OT. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Winston. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.